Doc McStuffins, Loud, Louie. Doc bounces a ball to Stuffy. Oops, he says as it lands in the toy box. A noise comes from the toy box. Doc, he says, there's something big and loud in there. Doc goes over to the toy box. Hello, a voice says. Want to come out and play? Doc knows that voice. It belongs to her toy cell phone. She loved to play with it when she was little. Doc presses a button on the cell phone. Leave a message after the beep, it says. Doc's stethoscope begins to glow. Then the cell phone comes to life. Hi, Doc, it yells loudly. Hi, Louie, Doc says. It's great to see you. Doc hears a knock on the door. Toys, go stuffed, she says. Mom comes into Doc's room. I heard a loud voice, she says. Oh, you heard this, Doc says. It's time for bed. Mom tucks Doc into bed. She puts Louie on the table. Then she turns out the light. After Mom leaves, Louie yells, "Good night!" He sure is loud, says Lammy. He's just excited, Doc says. Louie is the first to wake up the next morning. Hey, he yells, are you guys awake? We are now, says Doc. Want to come play in the clinic with us today? She asks. Boy, do I, Louie says too loudly. Doc takes Louie to the clinic. Louie meets all her friends. Let's show Louie how we play hide-and-go-seek, Stuffy says. Doc starts to count. The toys hide. She'll never find me here, Louie yells from a bin. Hi, Louie, says Doc. Uh-oh, Louie says. Was I loud? Too loud for hide-and-go-seek, Doc says with a giggle. But I'm not trying to talk loud, says Louie. Doc wonders if he is broken. Doc takes a close look at Louie. Louie gets worried. Don't worry, Doc says. I'm the best doctor around for toys. It's time for Louie's checkup. Doc listens to his heart. She presses all his buttons. Louie opens his mouth wide and says, "Ah!" Doc holds her ears. I have a diagnosis, Doc says. You have a case of super louditis. Hallie hands a book to Doc. Tell it to the big book of boo-boos, Hallie says. Something is wrong with your volume buttons, Doc tells Louie. The up button is stuck. Doc takes a closer look. Something is stuck, Doc says. She gets tweezers and pulls a sticker out. Then she turns Louie's volume down. Thanks, Louie says in a soft voice. Your volume button works now. We should test it out, Doc says. Let's play telephone, says Lammy. Doc explains the rules to Louie. Everyone sits in a circle. Then they whisper a message from person to person. The last person says it out loud. Remember to whisper, Doc says. They start the game, but Louie still talks too loud. You have to use your inside voice, Louie, says Doc. Stuffy starts the game again. The message goes around the circle. Louie gets the message. This time, he uses his inside voice. Louie whispers the message to Lammy. You did it, says Doc. Lammy tells her friends the message. You need a cuddle. Louie has a telephone message for you. Will you whisper it to a friend?